and invited guests, good morning. Welcome to the commencement exercises of the Cosby High School class of 2026. Because we wish to honor our graduates in a special way, we ask that you silence all cell phones and celebrate with appropriate applause so that each family can hear their graduate being recognized. Now please rise and remain standing for the entrance and procession of the Cosby High School class of 2026.
Good morning. My name is Caroline Kuhn, and I'm the SCA president. Please remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance and for the national anthem. Gentlemen, please remove your caps. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. You may be seated.
Good morning, parents, students, and faculty. I am Sawyer Hagan, and for those of you who don't know, I have had the privilege of being the president of the class of 2026. On behalf of the class of 2026, I would like to first extend a warm welcome to the platform guests attending our graduation. Dr. John Murray, Superintendent of Chesterfield County Public Schools. The Honorable Stephen Ferranto, Vice Chair of the Chesterfield County School Board, representing the Matoaka District. The Honorable Kevin Carroll, Vice Chair of the Chesterfield County Board of Supervisors, representing the Matoaka District. The Honorable Leslie Mehta, Virginia House of Delegates, representing the 73rd District. Dr. Lisa High, Deputy Superintendent. Dr. Monique Booth, Chief of Schools. Dr. Belinda Merriman, Director, High School Leadership. Mr. Benjamin Snyder, Principal of Cosby High School. Miss Jennifer Derrico, Assistant Principal. Miss Amanda Dunbrack, Assistant Principal. Mr. Christopher Mormon, Assistant Principal. Mr. John Foss, Assistant Principal. Mr. Taekwon Harris Oxendine, Dean of Students. Miss Merrill Williams, School Counseling Coordinator. Mr. Scott McKegg, Cosby Faculty. Now, please welcome Dr. John Murray, Superintendent of the Chesterfield County Public Schools, to give his remarks to our graduating class.
Well, good morning, everyone. What a joy it is to be together to collectively share in the excitement of this ceremony, the culmination of 13 years of effort by our graduates throughout their K-12 academic journey. But before I offer remarks, I have the privilege of continuing a tradition in CCPS of awarding two $1,000 superintendent scholarships at each graduation this week. These scholarships have been kept confidential until now, so we all get to be a part of the surprise. So to the two students whose name I call, if you would please come and join Mr. Snyder on the stage to receive your medallion. I'll read a little bit about you as you approach, and then after I'm done, I'll hand you an envelope. That's the important part. So if you leave before I'm finished, no money. All right? So the two students receiving this special recognition and scholarship are Julia Pryor and DJ Rajan. Julia Pryor possesses a rare combination of intellectual curiosity, rigorous discipline, and genuine dedication that sets her apart as one of the top students in her class and has resulted in an academic career that is nothing short of exceptional. Her academic achievement is the result of consistently seeking out the most demanding coursework and mastering it. She has been recognized with numerous outstanding student awards across multiple disciplines over the past 4 years, including English and French. But her passion for history is her defining academic characteristic. All right, so we're all just joining in right here, nice and cozy. She represented Cosby High School at the Hugh O'Brien Youth Leadership Foundation, and she attended William & Mary's pre-college summer program, earning college credit for American history. Furthermore, she received first place in the Virginia History Day District 8 contest, resulting in her research paper making it to the final round at the national level. Julia is involved in many clubs and honor societies, along with being an active volunteer in her church and community. She is focused, intellectually powerful, and prepared to excel in college, and will be an amazing addition in the fall at the College of William & Mary, where she plans to major in history. Congratulations, Julia. Devin, fondly known as DJ, is a student of rare multi-talent who excels equally in rigorous AP classes and as he does on stage in high-level performing arts. Academically, DJ maintains a distinguished academic record, is a member of several honor societies, and he has been on the Cosby academic team for the past 3 years and was selected for the Virginia CBS 6 Battle of the Brains academic team. In addition to his academics, DJ is an accomplished vocalist and a member of Cosby's award-winning Spotlight and Chamber Ensemble, and has earned multiple accolades, including the Tenor Bass Best Soloist Award at the 2025 Festival of Choirs and both Virginia All-District and All-State Choir alternate selections. Furthermore, he is an active member of the theater department, serving in 8 different shows, including musicals, plays, and student-directed one-acts. He holds several leadership positions, such as Vice President of the Science National Honor Society and Section Leader for Tenor Ones and Spotlight, as well as a volunteer at the hospital. DJ possesses the intellectual firepower of a top scholar, the discipline of a high-level performer, and the essential maturity of a dedicated community member. He is prepared, motivated, and will undoubtedly make a great contribution to the student body at the University of Virginia in the fall. Congratulations, DJ, but please give them both another round. To our dignitaries and platform guests, and to all of our parents, faculty and staff, and special guests who have helped to shape and grow this impressive group of graduates assembled before us, it is my pleasure and extreme honor to celebrate the occasion of this day with each of you. Our students are certainly better prepared for life beyond the high school finish line because of your efforts, dedication, and support. In the spirit of continuing tradition, I would like to open by honoring all of our current and veteran service members joining us today. If you are serving or have served, please stand to be recognized and appreciated for your brave service to our country. At this time, I ask that those individuals remain standing and join me in welcoming any soon-to-be graduates who plan to join a service branch after high school into your courageous cadre. Will those students please stand? Indeed, you are all a special and selfless group of whom we are deeply grateful. Thank you, and you may be seated. Graduates, today's a big deal. You've survived years of homework and tests, fire alarms that were not part of a scheduled drill, and group assignments where collaboration meant one person doing all the work while the others happily supervised. And those experiences and so many more have prepared you for your next journey, adulting. It's a mystical place where seat time and advisory periods can no longer rescue you from missed time or assignments. It's also a complicated place that expects responsibility and accountability of others, yet desires compassion and consideration for the self. But it's also a place where you get excited about things like discounts and vacuum suction, where Tide Pods serve a purpose of great utility and not just a social media challenge. And since I have navigated the phase of life of which you are now embarking, I feel it necessary to assist you in building your adulting starter kit. This is not a comprehensive list, but all are essential and will certainly set you off to a great start. So the first item that's going in your adulting starter kit is a plunger. Buy this before you ever need it. Not only is that advice literally true, but also figuratively. You will undoubtedly find yourself in unpleasant situations as you blaze your life's trail. However, if you have built your foundation around a cornerstone, strong and valued principles or faith, healthy relationships, and mental health well-being, you will have armed yourself with the tools to more quickly and successfully navigate the heavy within the tough moments. The second item we're adding are temporary tattoos because, well, real tattoos are permanent. Please be considerate of your 70-year-old self and think long and hard before having a graphic or a person's name inked to your body. Because I can assure you that barbed wire will no longer fence in muscles you no longer have in your elderly years. And you may not, especially at 18, forever and always love Lauren. More so, my point is this: living in the moment and even making mistakes, that's okay. It's a big part of life. But always be mindful that each of those singular moments will be followed by thousands more that will either be positively or negatively influenced by how you lived the moments before. Next, we're going to throw in a clipboard. You'd be surprised at the unauthorized spaces of which you can gain access simply by holding a clipboard or wearing a hard hat and a reflector vest. I may or may not possess firsthand knowledge of this point, maybe even with your principal many, many years ago. What I will claim, however, is that there have been many times where I have felt the weight of a lacking confidence, unsure, not ready, or that I was not yet enough to occupy a particular space. I showed up anyway. Many will tell you in such times to fake it until you make it, but I challenge you to face it until you make it. This subtle mindset shift will replace uncertainty with confidence and demonstrate to others that you were in the right place all along. Now we're tossing in a driver's manual. This one is deeply personal. It's a pet peeve of mine. It happened this morning. When driving, do not block intersections. Not only is this the law and common courtesy, but more deeply, keep this in mind about others. Their time is as important to them as yours is to you. Get where you're going, but do so in a manner that never selfishly impedes the progress of someone else's journey, not just on the road, but in life. Next, we're adding a mirror as we chase personal fulfillment, not social media likes. Fulfillment is the intersection of your life's desire and your life's reality. Do not hold yourself hostage to or carry the baggage and scarring of what others think of you, especially those who are irrelevant and not active in your pursuit of being your best version of you. This requires deep self-reflection. But remember, friends will never make you feel uncomfortable about being you. And it is also okay to outgrow relationships. Pursue authenticity and do those things that represent who you are and what you value, no matter how scary or strange that may prove to be. Because only then will you present the gift and beauty that is uniquely you. You are not meant to live in the tiny boxes others may want to place you in. And finally, we're going to add that classic yellow smiley face as a reminder to simply be kind. Do good in the world and care about others the way the people in this room have done so to you. Because graduates, the reality is race and religion and economic status and life experiences, they only hinder our ability to create lasting relationships with others if we choose them to. The human spirit craves the connection that is far beneath our surface, and if we choose care and compassion and always seek to preserve the dignity of others, things that we should give willingly and freely, we will create meaningful interactions that will positively impact the lives of those around us and thereby transform society. In closing, I charge you to chase your dreams, but to take your brain with you. And once you have conquered your own mountains, set your anchor in deeply to support the climbs of others toward their pursuit of their own lofty goals. Always find time to reach back and help someone else along. As you write the final words of this chapter, we are glad to have been a part of the journey. So go big and go bold, and know that if you struggle to pass high school chemistry, you too can one day become the superintendent of one of the largest school divisions in the country. Congratulations and go Titans.
Please welcome to the stage the Honorable Stephen Peranto, Vice Chair of the Chesterfield County School Board, representing the Matoaka District.
Well, good morning. Well, I think maybe we fell asleep. Good morning. Okay, there you are. There you are. Thank you for that warm introduction. It is my honor to stand here before you today and acknowledge that all the late-night study sessions, trips to practices, competitions, sporting events, rehearsing your lines for the school production, prepping for the debate team, reviewing your notes one more time, and practicing the musical numbers before competition and concerts, they have all come to an end, and that time is no longer. As quickly as they began, they are now moments that are part of your past. But do not be sad for the things that have ended, rather be thankful that you were able to experience and witness them. And through these, you have been able to shape and mold who you are, and after today, although there'll be different experiences, you will continue to be shaped and molded. You are more resilient now than you were a year ago, let alone 4 years ago, the first day you walked in as freshmen. And you will even be more resilient in the years to come than you are right now. We are all growing, and we are all learning. We, as humans, are not designed to stay in one place. Rather, we are designed to investigate, ask questions, try, take chances, fail, try again, fail again, try again, and succeed. In the 2003 movie, The Last Samurai, there's a line that I would like to repeat to you. Quote, "The perfect blossom is a rare thing. You could spend your entire life looking for one, and it would not be a wasted life." What does that mean? And why is this? It is because you have spent your life devoted to a cause, and through that devotion, you have learned, you grew, you understood more, and became a better person for it. So I charge you with this: seek your perfect blossom in life. You, this graduating class, are about to take on the most daring and life-altering journey that you will ever embark upon. Branching out on your own, making your own decisions, congratulations, paying taxes, earning your own income, and claiming your place in life is an achievement that must never be undervalued. Champion every success, no matter its size, and learn from any setback as it is a teacher. And you must always be a student of life, for there is yet so much to learn. For you see, our time here on earth is limited. In the vastness of time, we are only given a small sliver in which we can make and leave our mark. Now, the question is, what is your mark? How will you contribute to our society and shape and pave the way for the generations to follow behind you? Since the beginning of creation, each generation has made decisions that have impacted those that came after. The best part about this for you is that you get to choose what it is you will do. No one can dictate that for you. Because we live in the land of the free and the home of the brave, you are given the opportunity to make something of yourself and invest in the community around you. I am a firm believer that it is not policy that shapes lives, rather the community that we engage in that will determine how we live and what we do. My faith teaches me in the book of Matthew, "For where your treasure is, there your heart will be also." In other words, what you value most, where you dedicate your time, your talent, and your treasure, reveals your deepest affections, priorities, and loyalties. So invest wisely. Set your goals high, for you will be rewarded if you set your goals high and occasionally miss, rather than setting your goals so low that you hit them every time. In the famous words of Henry Ford, whether you think you can or you cannot, you're right. And if you do fail, remember that your setback is a set-up that has gained you the ability to understand more than ever before. Thomas Edison, in his efforts to invent the light bulb, stated, "I have not failed 1,000 times. I found 1,000 ways that did not work." Again, resiliency, adaptability, and perseverance will shape and mold you throughout your life and obstacles that you encounter. Before I end, I'll leave you with an edited story about someone that you might know, but might not know how they came to be. In 1946, a baby boy was born to Jackie and Frank. Jackie was a stay-at-home mom, and Frank was a barber. They came from meager backgrounds. There was trouble during the pregnancy as the forceps used to aid in the delivery accidentally severed nerve in the baby boy's face and left him with paralysis permanently on the lower left side. Not too long after the birth, Jackie and Frank called off the marriage. They were poor, unknowing where and when their next meal would be found. Before the age of 13, he was expelled from 14 schools for antisocial and violent behavior. And at the age of 15, his peers voted him most likely to end up in an electric chair. Even with this negativity around him and rage in his heart, he found that he enjoyed writing. He would write and fill up notebooks containing all sorts of whatever it was that was in his mind at the time. Through his writing, he decided to try and get into the motion picture industry as an actor, of which he had very little success. Although he would be cast for small background roles here and there, it was nothing to build a life from, and his name did not see notoriety. Once again, defeat stared him in the face. He continued to write, and this time he attempted to write screenplays for movies and would try to get film producers to buy into his material. Then the big break came in 76, not 67, but 1976. A director by the name of John Allison read his script and quickly placed the story into production and began filming with one stipulation. The writer of the script, the young boy, was to be the star character. The director reluctantly agreed, and the movie went in to earn the highest grossing film of the year and was nominated for 10 Academy Awards, including Best Actor and Best Screenplay by a guy you may know as Sylvester Stallone. If this story teaches you anything, it is to never give up, even when the odds are against you. Keep pushing forward, and the fruits of your labor shall be rewarding. To the Titan class of 2026, the future awaits you. Your future self awaits you. Your destiny is calling. And by God, answer back with the loudest roar you can. For in today's society, we need leaders just like you, starting today. May God bless you. May God bless the Commonwealth of Virginia and these blessed United States. Thank you, Godspeed, and roll Titans.
Please welcome to the stage the Honorable Kevin Carroll, Vice Chair of the Chesterfield County Board of Supervisors, representing the Matoaka District.
All right. First off, how about a round of applause for the choir? Were they amazing or what? Now, I'll tell you, I have a strong affinity for people who can sing. I'm not one of them. My mom turned 90 this year, and we were singing Happy Birthday to her, and she noticed I wasn't singing very loud, and she said, I don't understand it. You have a beautiful voice. I said, Mom, I was 6, and I was singing, I've been working on the railroad. Everybody's cute at 6, right? So no. And so when I hear an unbelievable choir like that, it gets me pretty excited. Plus, in my defense, they had Sugar Shack donuts in the back, so I might have had too many this morning. So first, good morning, students. Look, I'm going to say it straight up. It's not on the script, and the lady in the back doing the sign language hates me when I do this, but there's not much, first of all, 2 great speeches by 2 very wonderful speakers right here, right? Congratulations to them. So there's not much that I'm going to say that I will bet that all of the beautiful people that are here to support you haven't already told you, and all of the teachers on both sides of this room have not given to you already. But they did want me to write a speech, so I'm going to take a shot. And so, there we go. First of all, it's an honor to be here. I get to do a lot of really cool things on the Board of Supervisors. I mean, I got to stick a shovel in the ground with Lego, and the shovel was made out of Legos, right? So there's some good things that are great, and then there are others not so much. And I can't believe you said something about taxes, Steve. That's not something you want to say in the room right here, and everybody get mad. But I really am thrilled to be here today. It's an honor to represent the Board of Supervisors. And looking out at the sea of blue and black that I see, and I see nothing but a wonderful future for Chesterfield County. And I think the future is really bright. We were talking to two young gentlemen here who are going to be doctors, and another one's going to be a nurse practitioner on the front row here. And I said, good, because we're all getting old and you're going to need to take care of us. Well, we also have had other doctors from Cosby already. Years ago, Sierra Smith, some of you may remember her. She graduated, and now she's doing her last things to become a doctor, which is amazing. So when I look out, I'm reminded of what it truly means, quite frankly. I know it's a mythical thing, but to be a Titan. Titans were known for their incredible strength and resilience, their ability to move mountains. Over the last 4 years, through the last many nights of studying and hard-fought athletic seasons, and quite frankly, breathtaking performances in the arts, and the rigorous academic challenges, you haven't just worn the name Titans, you've lived up to it. So, as I said, as a Matoka supervisor, I get to go to a lot of neat things, and my job is to serve the community. And one of the things you're going to learn, and you've probably learned this already, you can't make everybody happy, much as you try. Before I was on the board, I was a Chesterfield County police officer. I spent 32 years. I took an oath to protect and serve the community that you all grew up in. I've spent my entire adult life learning what it makes to keep a community safe and strong. I want to let you know a little secret. As you are on the precipice of adulthood, a community is only as strong as the people who are in it, and the people who are willing to look out for one another. During your time at Cosby, you haven't just been building your resumes, you've been building a community. You supported each other through the grueling exams, cheered each other on, chaired the teams on Friday nights, and lifted each other up when things didn't go so well. I mean, an example of that is look how many young kids stood up to help that student when she had trouble just a few minutes ago. Everybody stood up around her to help her out. That's what it's about, taking care of one another. So as you leave Fox Club Parkway behind you, the world's going to ask a lot of you. It's going to ask you to achieve, to compete, to succeed. My challenge to you today is remember that true success isn't just about what you achieve for yourself, but it's also about what you give back to others. So, a few life lessons. I don't know if they're as good as Dr. Murray's, but we'll give it a shot. Protect your integrity. In my years as a police officer and working in public service, I learned that your reputation takes a lifetime to build, but an only moment to lose. Only moment. So when you look at social media and you think about commenting about something on there that could be negative, don't do it. Think about the effect it has. Try to lift people up, not pull them down. I used to tell the officers that worked under my command, we had a top 10 list of things to kind of keep them out of trouble. One of the things I used to tell them is, look, you should treat people the way you would want them to treat your mother. If you love your mother, which you better love your mother, right? Mine used to tell me, I brought you into this world, I can take you out. Still does. And at 90, I don't want to push it. Throughout your life, you're going to face moments that feel overwhelming, moments that feel like what I would call a major case, and you are not sure how to solve it. Don't back down. The times that I grew most in my career were the times that I took on the hardest responsibilities. Trust your preparation. Cosby has prepared you for this. Remember your roots, no matter where your journey takes you, whether you stay right here in Chesterfield County, Virginia, or heading off to college, joining the military, or entering the workforce. Remember the foundation you built here in Chesterfield Remember the teachers who believed in you, and the parents who sacrificed for you, and the friends that sit beside you today. And we haven't done this yet, but if you don't mind, how about a round of applause for all those teachers? Now, class, you're probably not going to get this quote, but I think your parents might. Life moves pretty fast. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. Any guesses? Bueller, Bueller, Bueller. Parents are laughing. They know what I'm talking about. Kids, if you haven't watched Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Netflix, good movie. Class of 2026, the world's moving fast and it needs your energy, your fresh perspectives, and your drive. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. Don't be afraid to dream big, and never forget who you are. If you're looking for a great place to live, work, and raise a family, guess what? You're already there. Chesapeake County is it. So, if you want to work for the county in the future, please consider a career in our public safety or teaching in our schools. Congratulations, Cosby class of 2026. Go Titans. Thank you.
Quiet, misty morning, when the moon has gone to bed, when the sparrows stop their singing, and the sky is clear and red, when the summer feast is gleaming, when the corn is past its prime, when adventure's lost its meaning,
At this time, we are pleased to announce Cosby High School's top 10 ranked students in the class. When your name is called, please stand at your seat to be recognized. These students represent 4 years of outstanding work. Congratulations. Isabella Lee is number 10 in the class with a 4.8637. Aiden Morden is number 8 with a 4.8677. And Isabella Haney is also number 8 with a 4.8677. Isabel Horn is number 7 with a 4.8889. And number 6 in the class is Connor Preciado with a 4.8919. Number 5 in the class is Rasha Awane with a 4.8959. Number 4 is Julia Pryor with a 4.9167. Number 3 in the class is Olivia Mulhall with a 5.0515. Number 2 in the class is Sawyer Hagan with a 5.1324. And number 1 in the class is Tom Liu with a 5.1429. Congratulations, you may be seated.
Sawyer Hagan, our salutatorian, has earned all A-plus final grades in high school credit classes beginning in 7th grade. For his final year of high school, Sawyer selected to take 6 advanced placement college-level courses and continue his love of orchestra through enrollment in Cosby's Honor String Ensemble. Academics aside, Sawyer is a phenomenal leader who displays authentic compassion for his community. His strong character and sound moral compass are displayed in his many activities in school and the surrounding community. Few ways in which he has devoted his time beyond the classroom include serving as your class president, volunteering multiple summers at Camp Wanacure, shadowing an emergency room doctor, and becoming principal cellist in the countywide orchestra. The culmination of his academic strengths and personal commitment to experiential learning has led Sawyer to the University of Virginia this fall. There, he intends to pursue a major in neuroscience on a pre-med track with the long-term goal of becoming a neurosurgeon. Please welcome your salutatorian, Sawyer Hagan.
Good morning. My name is Sawyer Hagan, and I have had the privilege of serving as senior class president and being salutatorian. Thank you to my family and friends, the amazing staff at Cosby, and my papa, who taught me how to become the man I wanted to be. I hope I'm making you proud. Growing up, I used to force my dad to watch the movie The Secret Life of Walter Mitty on repeat. To my simple 7-year-old self, the version of me that only cared about Nerf gun battles and riding bikes around the neighborhood with my friends, the dangerous adventure and impossible journey was captivating. At the time, I didn't truly understand what I was watching. I just knew it was the flashy kind of life I dreamt of living. And as time passed, I sadly cannot say that I've accomplished jumping out of a helicopter onto a boat or riding a plane through an erupting volcano yet. Though somewhere along the way, I realized the movie was never trying to convince me to chase danger. or live an absurdly mystifying life. At its core, Walter Mitty is just an ordinary man who spends his life lost in daydreams, imagining excitement rather than living it. Honestly, I think that idea resonated with me because, in a much less cinematic way, I had been doing the same thing. Admittedly, for the first few years of high school, I, like many students, had been holding myself at a distance from my own life. I lived in anticipation of the weekend, hoping to cling to the fleeting moments promised at the end of a long week of school. Instead of fully appreciating the conversations between classes, Friday night football games, or even sharing the crazy tales of the day with my lunch table, I often found myself getting pulled into everything that still needed to be done. I became too focused on searching for the next important event in my life, and unfortunately learned how easy it is to be present without being engaged, as if everything meaningful were something I could step into once I was ready. But time does not wait for the version of us that is ready. And eventually, I began to realize it was not about feeling prepared to experience a moment, but choosing to step fully into it, regardless of certainty. Because there is much more to life than the anticipated, the planned, or the knowingly incredible. There are the happenings right in front of us, begging us to take part in them. Walter Mitty was never happiest in his perfect fantasies, not even in the stories where he was the hero. It was only once he stopped trying to escape the world and started living in it that his life became a true adventure. It is not about giving up the imagination, but about no longer living only inside of it. Because the best parts of life are meant to be experienced, not imagined. So, work too hard, and then have too much fun. Pick up the instrument you've always wanted to play. Try something new and make a complete fool of yourself. But most importantly, love just a little too deeply. And if you ever find yourself drifting back into the daydreams, make sure you don't just watch life happen. Step into it. Maybe even jump out of the helicopter this time instead of just imagining it. No matter what you do it fully. Thank you.
All right, as we gather to celebrate this milestone, it is my distinct honor to introduce this year's Cosby High School valedictorian, Tom Liu. The title valedictorian is more than just a rank. It is a hard-earned testament to 4 years of relentless curiosity and unwavering commitment to excellence. Throughout his journey at Cosby, Tom hasn't just navigated our most rigorous AP and honors courses. He has mastered them, consistently raising the bar and reminding us all what it means to love the process of learning. Tom's legacy here is marked by a historic achievement. This year, he was named a National Merit Finalist, becoming only the second student in the history of Cosby High School to earn this distinction. Tom's impact stretches far beyond a transcript. Whether he was leading his teammates as captain of the tennis team or coordinating service efforts for the Latin Club, he has consistently modeled the character and leadership we hope for in every Titan. Tom's next adventure will be double majoring in cellular and molecular biology and chemistry at Johns Hopkins University, where he hopes to continue his fascination for research. Tom embodies both the spirit of our school and the limitless potential of this graduating class. Please join me in welcoming to the podium your 2026 valedictorian, Tom Liu.
Thank you, Mr. Snyder, for the kind introduction, and good morning, class of 2026. My name is Tom Liu, and I am proud to be your valedictorian for the class of 2026. It is a great personal honor to be on this stage today, representing our class. My success today would not have been possible without the unwavering dedication and devotion and the support of my parents, who have encouraged me every step along the journey. thank you for all that you have invested into my education and into nurturing me into the man that I am today. Nor would this be possible without all of the amazing teachers, faculty, and staff here at Cosby High School. In particular, I owe an additional thank you to Dr. P, Mr. Averill, and Ms. Altizer, who wrote meticulously my college recommendation letters. I greatly appreciate all the hard work and effort you invested into writing them. Lastly, I want to thank some of my peers who have had an immeasurable impact on my success here. Namely, I want to first thank Sawyer, Aiden, Maddie, and Grant, who all pushed me to become the best version of myself. In addition, I would like to thank Ezra Brown, who was my #1 supporter throughout all 4 years. And lastly, my favorite doubles partner, Christian Rodriguez. Growing up, my favorite movie was none other than Kung Fu Panda. Once every week, after dinner, I would rewatch the entire movie for its great plotline, excellent fight scenes, and most importantly, its brilliant humor. I watched it so many times, in fact, that I can nearly recite the entire movie by heart. But as a child, I missed the deeper lessons beneath the humor, the fighting, and the dumplings. Kung Fu Panda was not just a story about an ordinary panda learning Kung Fu. It was a story about faith. Faith in yourself, faith in the journey, and faith that you are capable of becoming more than what others expect you to be. At the beginning of the movie, Po is terribly out of shape. He lacks the grace of Tigress, the discipline of Shifu, and the innate talent of Tai Lung. He is clumsy, unsure, and constantly reminded that he does not belong. Even when he is chosen as the Dragon Warrior, almost nobody believes that he can actually become one. And perhaps the worst part is that Po doesn't fully believe he can become the Dragon Warrior either. I'm sure many of us have felt this way at some point in our lives. We've all faced moments where the goal in front of us felt too big, too distant, too unachievable. Maybe it was a test we thought we could never pass. Maybe it was a university we thought we could never get into. Maybe it was a career goal that we thought we could never achieve. But faith is what carries us through these trying times. Faith does not mean knowing exactly how everything will work out. It means continuing forward even when the outcome is uncertain. It means trusting that the hard work, the effort, the small improvements, the late nights, the failures, and the disappointments are all building towards something greater. Life has its ups and downs. I'm not going to stand up here and pretend that everything will go smoothly in life. There will be moments when we fail, moments when we question ourselves, and moments when the future feels uncertain. But just like Po, we cannot let doubt define who we are. We have to trust in something, religion, fate, luck, karma, whatever it is, to keep moving forward. At moments, it's impossible to understand why things happen the way they do. The path ahead rarely makes sense while we are walking on it. But looking back, we realize that every challenge, every disappointment, every unexpected turn helped guide us to where we were meant to be. Remember, just like in the movie, there is no secret ingredient. There is no dragon scroll. The thing that made Po special was never talent or destiny, but faith in himself and the future. And as we leave Cosby High School and step into the next chapter of our lives, I hope we remember that same lesson. We do not need to know exactly where life will take us. We simply need the courage to keep moving forward and to have faith that everything will work itself out in the end. Class of 2026, thank you for everything, and congratulations again for all that you've accomplished thus far.
And I'd like to take a moment to thank and recognize our special guests for sharing their words of wisdom and being amazing student ambassadors today. You three embody what it means to be a Titan, and I know you will continue your journey of excellence as a Blue Jay, a Wahoo, and a Tiger. Thank you to the distinguished gentleman to my right. Mr. Carroll, thank you for being a great advocate for the Cosby community. You're always there to provide whatever is needed, most recently with a digital marquee and a third entrance that is nearing completion. Thank you so much. Mr. Ferranto, thank you for your service on the school board and always answering the phone whenever we need something as well. Your support of Cosby and the Titan community is greatly appreciated, and thank you this year for your support in purchasing a new wrestling mat. Our team is truly grateful. Dr. Murray, your speeches are always thoughtful and inspiring. Thank you for your steadfast leadership each and every day as you continue to move CCPS forward. And to the amazing Cosby faculty seated to the left and right of our graduates, thank you for preparing our Titans for their next steps after Cosby. 4 years ago, you received these graduates as freshmen, and you've molded them into scholars and leaders ready to take on the world. Parents, I want to thank you for your unwavering partnership over the past 4 years. Each day, you entrusted us with your students, and together we've worked to guide, challenge, and prepare them for what lies ahead. Your support has made this moment possible. And to our Titans, the class of 2026, congratulations. Today marks the first of many meaningful milestones in your lives. You stand here as the 19th graduating class of Cosby High School, and you have truly distinguished yourselves through your dedication, resilience, and commitment to excellence. As a class, your achievement speaks volumes. 219 of you earned a grade point average of 4.0 or higher. Demonstrating not only intelligence, but discipline and perseverance. 292 of you are graduating as early college scholars, having already taken bold steps into your college journeys. And together, you have earned over $6 million in scholarships, an investment in your future that reflects your hard work and limitless potential. Your legacy as a class is about more than numbers. You embraced your class motto this year, you hold the future in your hands. And you proved it, not just in the classrooms, but on the stages, on the fields, and in communities, and in the way you supported one another. You understood that the future isn't something that you wait for, it's something that you shape. And I want to take a moment to go deeper into what that truly means, because those words are not just a slogan, but a responsibility. When you say you hold the future in your hands, we are acknowledging something powerful. The decisions that you make from this point forward will ripple far beyond your own lives. The future isn't a distant concept waiting somewhere ahead. It is built day by day through your actions, your character, and your courage. It's in the choices you make when no one is looking. Holding the future in your hands also means understanding that you do not have to have everything figured out today. Your path may change, and that's not failure, that's growth. The future is not a single fixed destination. It's something you continuously create and then recreate. Every risk you take, every lesson you learn, every time you choose to keep going when it would be easier to quit, you are shaping what comes next. It also means recognizing the impact that you can have on others. The future isn't personal, it's collective. The kindness you show, the ideas you share, the leadership that you demonstrate, these are the things that influence your communities, your workplaces, and the world around you. Never underestimate how far one action, one voice, or one moment of courage can reach. So as you leave here today, don't think about the future as something that happens to you. Know that it is something you carry with you. It is in your hands when you take that first step into the unknown, when you stand up for what is right, and when you dare to believe in something that is bigger than yourself. Class of 2026, today we celebrate all that you've accomplished and all that you are about to become. Continue to dream boldly, act courageously, and lead with integrity. As you move forward, don't forget, you hold the future in your hands. And I don't want to stand in your way any longer. The world is waiting. Congratulations, class of 2026. And now, the time we've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. Will the junior marshals please come forward to escort our graduates?
Tom Liu. Sawyer McNamara Hagan. Caroline Carson Kuhn. Matthew Russell Hogue. Alyssa Marie Marks. Emma Hope Mignon. William Garrett Nelson. Devon J. Rajan. Lucas James Scheffler. Adrian Marcelo Flores Zerpa. Daryl J. Abalos. Ayla Eveline Adams. Rasha Zachria Alaune. Rebecca Alexa Alfaro Carballo. Haitham Ali. Sawyer Stephen Allen. Logan Michael Alley. Sarah Alvarado. Genesis Dayami Alvarez Vasquez. Andrew Mitchell Amabile. Ryan Allen Andelin. Braylon Markel Anderson. Peyton Elizabeth Anderson. Pierce David Anderson. Valentina Andrade. Harper Ryan Andrews. Kirsten Jean Annis. Kaylee Elizabeth Ariano. Hannah Elizabeth Arnold. Adwin Krishna Arun Kumar. Leol Asasine. Fiona Grace Atherton. Dennis Ayuk. Adame Giselle Ba. Jesse Baffelbani. Ashlyn Ryan Bailey. Cameron Ellis Bain. Kylan Marie Bako. Raphael Jaden Bolito. Gabriel Olukolode Bamashile. Anmol Singh Van Wait. Tony Lee Barlow. Jaden Michael Barna. Donovan Lance Barnes. Natalie Balin Baraza. Miley Leilani Bates. Riley Samuel Beard.
Kylie Michelle Beatty. Liat Gideon Belete. Gabrielle Alexina Balil. Maria Jalise Kailani Benson. Aveda Valentine Bergman. Amina Barada. Nathan Andrew Berry. Shivest Saram Bandari. Kyle Allen Biggins. Michael Alexander Black. Luke Edward Blankenship. Corwin Johnny Boggs. Ava Mackenzie Booth. Erica Alejandra Boror Sunun. Aislinn Michelle Bosler. Cameron Terrell Bostic Jr. Jocelyn Edney Boswell. Elena Kate Boddicker. Natalie Marie Batone. Soraya Nevea Bowers. Gabrielle Rose Bowie. Chase Robert Bradley. Evan Charles Bradshaw. Abigail Lou Brady. Porter Everett Bresnahan. Olivia Grace Gracie Briggs. Connor Joseph Brim. Lila Ray Bringard. Camden Robert Britt. Kennedy Tamara Brooks. William Zahir Brooks. Lang LaFonta Brody II. Amelie Ezra Elizabeth Brown. Brianna Hope Brown. Christian Elise Brown. Jamal Cameron Brown. Quintel Anthony Brown. Hannah Michelle Bryant. Joshua Dolman Bryant. Sarah Bonaventura. Courtney Lynn Burke. Emily Joyce Burlock. Sydney Ann Burlock. Liam Arthur Kane. Landon Gabriel Calderwood. Haley Marie Caldwell. Nicholas Angel Calamaris. Bryce Anthony Camps. Alessandra Ray Carbonaro. Grace Davis Carlson. Taylor Magali Carpenter. DeAndre Cornell Carter. Landon Ellis Carter. Erin Renee Caddy. Elena Sophia Kavanaugh. Emily Valeria Chacon Pacheco. Mackenzie Grace Chalice. Peyton Thomas Chalice. Joshua Donovan Chapman. Jimmy Dylan Childers. Belle Mackenzie Krim. Madison Elizabeth Christensen. Adele Chukmaitova. Alfonso Claiborne. Mia Christina Clamp. Tori Nicole Claiborne. Sydney Leanne Clayton. Sophia Grace Klaus. Mario Alberto Cobos Portillo. Alexander Brett Cochran. Riley Caleb Colasaco. Ryland Grant Colley, Abigail Reese Conwell, Rhiannon Lenore Cook, Maya Tessa Cook Cortez, Jaden Matthew Corliss, Gabriel Thomas Corona, Tatiana Abba Correa, Kevin James Crabtree, Shakai Evelyn Crawley, Audrey Faith Creel, Yomara Aguilar Crespo, Anna Jane Crooks, Jack Allen Cuddyback, Kaya Elizabeth Cundiff, Zachary Allen Dale, Simon Daniel, Jaden Elliott Daniels, Marvi Zachariah Dowd, Yusuf Zachariah Dowd, Jacob Stephen David, Colin Paul Davis, Kinley Grace Davis, Marcus Donnell Dawkins Jr., Eleanor Lee Dean, Addison Lynn Decker, Mark Alejandro Del Cid, Zachary Logan Dan Hayoung Kim Delgado, David Kalpesh Desai, Erica Maiza Sharice DeVore, Kayla Jasmine Diaz, Aurora Elizabeth Diddle Marble, Catherine Glaceria DiGiacomo, Theo Eleanor DiMartino, Devin Leigh Doe, Mara Joanne Dodson, Skylar Ray Dodson, Sophia Grace Dodson, Nathan Lee Dryden, Junyan Du, Gazimula Pearl Dubé, Indy Saray Dubon, Abigail Joy Duffin, Jasmine Imani Durant, Charles Austin Dye, Camila Nicole Early, Paul Ayodeji Eddy, Braden Patrick Ellis, Kate Elise Elmore, Caitlin Ann Elrod, Amir Julian Elzane, Amina Marie Emanuel, Aiden James and Rusty Snipes, Ella Rose Esme, Ella Joe Edders, Addison Ray Evans, Misha Fatima, Sarah Faizalyeva, Chloe Susan Fessentesi, Marley Quinn Fernandez, Cecilia Grace Fisher, Travis Paul Florence, Kenneth Marshall Fultz, Scarlett Jean Forbes, Kaylee Michelle Forget, Burke Fournier, Sydney Elena Fournier, David Grayson Folks, Layla Luz Fox Helena, Hayden Michael Fries, Patrick Oliver Fuchs, Juliana Baxter Fulop, Ellie Jane Gager, Ferris Mohammed Ahmed Garawi, Molly Lynn Garner, Jacory Raiden Garrett, Jordan Riley Garvey, Jamie Claire Gaddy, Abigail Lila Georges, Miriam D. Georgie, Amelia Jean Gephardt, Katie Dana Gephardt, Prishat Gameyer, Serena Ghosh, Gianna Rose Gembroni, Kyra Dream Gilliam, Louis Joseph Giametti III, Jacob Andrew Glickus Forbes, Cameron Lee Glidewell, Sakar Hafez Goba, Gavin James Godfrey, Reagan Noel Goldsmith, Allison Clarabeth Gomez Marcia, Gabriela Gonzalez, Alexandra Joelle Good, Adri Eliana Nashe Gordon, Taylor Diana Gordon, Sam Henry Gorin, Olivia Renee Gossett, Brendan Patrick Grace, Cortland Jackson Graham, Mackenzie Addison Graham, Brianna Elizabeth Grandison, Kelsey Olivia Grant, AJ Fielding Green Jr., Elena Lynn Green, Charles Eli Greenberg, Madison Elena Green, Troy Montellis Green, Evan Todd Greenway, Aaliyah Jasmine Guevara, Jackson Alexander Gus, Madeline Alicia Guzman, Nicholas Aaron Ha, Emerson Caroline Haley, Aiden Scott Hall, Margaret Elizabeth Paul, William Andrew Hamlin, Russell Torrance Hancock Jr., Gavin Mitchell Haneke, Sloan Elise Hannaford, Lynn Teresa Hardy, Amir Kamal Haroon, Ajani Jordan Hart, Finley Grace Hart, Isabella Catherine Haney, Nathan Avery Hellman, Megan Eva Hemans, Ryan Mitchell Higgins, Addison Elizabeth Hines, Nathan Robert Hope, Kiara Eileen Hogan, Emily Olivia Holiday, Kara Faith Hollenbach, Allison Lee Hopkins, Isabel Grace Horn, Zoe Shanae Horning, Quinn Horrell, Grant William Horvath, Natalie Lynn Howard, Jacob William Howell, Lily Taylor Howell, Catherine Grace Hubbard, Layla Valav Hudson, Peyton Elizabeth Hyman, Carolina Paxton Yetzi, Caleb Young Eikenberry, Ava Noel Irving, Megan Elizabeth Ivy, Carter Thomas Jackson, Cora Elizabeth Jackson, Evan Michael Jackson, Jacob Martin Jager. Preston James Jager. Amia Ann James. Donovan Dimitri James. Elena Rion Jasper. Jaden Sean Jefferson. Maya Grace Jenkins. Cambry Heather Jepson. Christian Riley Johnson. Hannah Grace Johnson. Jamar Armand Johnson. Zia Dream Johnson. Aaron Anthony Jones. Bailey Teresa Grace Jones. Bella Jones. Parker Michelle Jones. Yenna Mackenzie Jewell. Brianna Nicole Key. Bridget Elizabeth Kelly. Renee Marion Kelly. Connor Sebastian Kiley. Hungyu Nathan Kim. Emmanuel Fitzgerald Kleiber. Alicia India Knight. Killian Ellis Knight. Reese Muriel Kraft. Josephine Elizabeth Krantz. Carter James Kraska. Seth Torin Quaven. Nana Sarawat Chibafor. Callie Meredith Lambert. McCrae William Tay Lambert. Peyton Elizabeth Faye Langford. Liliana Abigail Latessa. Samantha Daisy Laval. Jacob Joseph Lawler. Rayma Elizabeth Lawrence. Kylie Ren Lane. Isabel Hen Neem Lee. Isabella Nicole Leffler. Charlotte Leanne Leopold. Erin Michelle Leach. Emma Kate Lexio. Mila Denise Pipkin Livingston. Raymond Lee. Aiden Liang. Lillian Elizabeth Lineberry. Landon David Leip. Leo Liu. Jeffrey Dean Loeb. Dawson Gray Long. Savannah Zoe Lord. Brennan Christopher Lorraine. Lyric Marguerite Luntz. Tyler Wynn Lewin. Molly Ann Mahaney. Lena Maharwal. Taruni Malampati. Michael McAdden Malone. Yasmin Lisseth Maquin Chalk. Hannah Madeline Marciniak. Liam Kent Maroney. Samantha Grace Marsh. Alexis Britton Martin. Parker Mason Klein Martin. Wyatt David Matthews. Faith Olivia Mathis. Lauren Adrian Matthews. John Ahmad Maurice. Preston Nathaniel McAfee. Audrey Elizabeth McAllister. Elena Elizabeth McCaffrey. Sean Patrick McCain. Addison Riley McCartney. Sean Michael McClellan. Travis Shane McGee. Tristan Thomas McInanley. Jacob Dylan McElhaney. Aiden Michael McClin.
Christopher Michael McManama. Keegan Ashley McStay. Joel William McVeigh. Emma Starley Meadows. Ryan Joseph Medico. Cindy Men. Kenneth Jadil Mendoza. Rachel Lauren Menninger. Emily Sabra Merrill. John Bruce Messick. Kerrigan McKay Miller. China Simone Miller. Hayden Douglas Miller. Owen Noah Sebastian Mincy. Ryan Amanda Mincy. Harold Thomas Minor IV. Matthew Josiah Mitchell. Fawaz Muhammad. David Thomas Molina. Aiden Wallace Morden. Andrea Morera Degos. Kayla Morley. Carson Patrick Morrill. Parker Joseph Morrow. Jackson Craig Mazingo. Olivia Joyce Mulhall. Anna Marie Mulligan. Ashley Melanie Navas Bovis. Leah Ann Newman. Johnny Jr. Nguyen. Ariel Rose McCloskey. Mary Elizabeth Norwood. Alexander James Novo. William Peter Nyland. Cheyenne Elaine Oakes. Blake Mohammed Janami Oakletree. Nkosi Okima Ojo. Kalechi Okechukwu Okiti. Livy Kai Olivier. Kaylee Suzanne Opal. Austin Riley Olette. Nathan Parker Owen. Andrew Bryson Owens. Austin James Oxley. Caleb Dawson Osmore. Mela M. Packery. Caitlin Ann Paget. Abulfazl Panahi. Ayush Shreyash Panchal. Kalia Rahim Panjwani. Jeffrey Noah Paredes Lemus. Shyla Angel Parkinson. Harper Adele Parton. Ethan James Partridge. Arya Patel. Pahal Deval Patel. Grayson Daniel Patrick. Ethan Thomas Patton. Reagan Marie Peck. Brittany Estefania Palacios Quintana. Gracie Gail Pendleton. Emerald Pang. Jonathan Elias Perez. Gregory Stephen Perry Jr. Hannah Mackenzie Perry. Austin John Peterson. Jada Amari Peterson. Albert Nguyen Fan. Asia Ashley Pittman. Micah Christian Pittman Kidd. Troy Joseph Poindexter. Ava Riley Post. Owen Richard Pound. Connor Jean Preciado. Julia Marie Pryor. Dylan Reese Proctor. Nikita Pryakin.
Addison Grace Punt. Ronan Osh Quigley. Salma Hassan Mohammed Ragab. Cash Lee Ragland. Adam Charles Rabel. Xavier Elias Randall. Raya Rashad. B. Reading. Merrick Griffin Reed. Isaac Robert Reynolds. Reginald Russell Rhodes Jr. Kyer Kenara Richard. Ashlyn Danielle Richards. Holly Carlisa Richards. Alyssa Ann Richardson. Casey Jordan Richardson. Travis Mark Reinecker. Lennox Sean Rife. Logan James Rigby. Grayson Sullivan Rinaldi. Ashton Michael Ritz. Sophia Juliette Rivera. Catherine James Roberts. Jacob Davis Robertson. Ziana Destiny Robinson. Christian Javier Rodriguez. Jayana Tiara Lieja Rowland. Emma Isabella Rudd. Grace Elizabeth Rudd. Gavin Alexander Rulin. Javier Alejandro Ruiz Contreras. Levi Russlander. Kaylee Ada Ruth. Clara Johanna Syed. Habrar Munkif Salem. Lillian Elizabeth Samaru. Angel Lucille Makanakashi Sambana. Dylan Maurice Sanabria Zapata. Jocelyn Adele Sanchez. Charles Wesley Sanders. Madison Ryan Sanderson. Ruby Lynn Santana. Robert Paul Starver. Cameron Lane Satterfield. Madeline Day Softly. Mackenzie Graceland Saul. Serena Viola Schultz. Matthew Robert Scobie. Henry Harris Sears. Madeline Page Steve. Katie Secundi. Mark Ferris Siddiqui. Tyler Bernard Sellers. U.S. Sean Hernandez Serrano. Kai Alexander Shackelford. Benjamin Alexander Sharp. Dylan Lee Shiflett. Artem Stanislamovich Shulga. Alexis Danelle Shoemaker. Crystal Lynn Simpson. Mia Rose Stipe. Brody Glenn Slifer. Jebediah Khalil Smith. Mondrell LaQuint Smith Jr. Taylor Ann Smith. Olumide Isaiah Sotan. Bishoy Amon Adel Fuad Sokar. Siri Sampali. Madison Alexis Sprigler. Quanisha Tania Squire. Michaela Nantongo Sagawa. Gabriel Duval St. Clair. Jack Everett Stamp. Jack Mason Steele. Charles Robert Steimel. Diana Ann Stein. Alexander Lee Steinbacher. Aiden Douglas Stiff. Brianna Lee Stiff. James Horner Stockton V. Torian Maurice Stokes Jr. Anna Nicole Suarez Foucaine. Cruz Nils Swanland. Charisma Margareta Swanland. Matthew Alexander Swan. Elat Suleimani. Netta Mohammed Tabanje. Chloe Amber Sarkhan Tahir. Hampton Bishop Talley. Shreya Tawar. George Ramez Tanyos. Tyler McFarland Tepscott. Abigail Reese Tennant. Aon Thakur. Saradwin Ann Thomas. Kester Damian Thomas Jr. Malachi Andy Thomas. Bryson Pierce Thompson. Jeremy Robert Thompson. Kit Amelia Thompson. Lily Jane Thompson. Alexandria Louise Thrower. Jordan Amir Tobias. Samantha Addison Toman. Annalyn Victoria Torres Hernandez. Caitlin Cho Tran. Sophia Carolina Trinidad. Anella Noelani Joy Trice. Ethan Cole Tulos. Chikezi Jonathan Wanaka. Carlos Orlando Vasquez Sotelo. Gianna Longo Velarde. Reagan Iman Velasquez. Allison Lucille Vernon. Madison Grace Violante. Jocelyn May Voss. Charisma Illyria Vreeland. Khadijah bint Bilal Wachin. Noah Frederick Wade. Ava Grace Walthall. Riley Eliza Warren. Nathan Lee Wash. Ethan Douglas Waugh. Jennifer Marie Weber. Preston Alexander Weddle. Landon Owen White. Layla Amiri White. Nicole Marie White. Emma Lynn Wally. Caitlin Elizabeth Wibowo. Addison Isabella Williamson. Caroline Reese Williams. Evangeline Paradise Williams. Abigail Eliane Willis. Elena Catherine Wilson. Quinasia Janice Wilson. Samantha Joy Wilson. Fortune Pearl Wimbush. Berkeley Elizabeth Wimmer. Jordan Michael Brown Winecki. Mariella Grace Wise. Charlotte Lane Whithoff. Brock Aaron Wolford. Destiny Grace Woods. Leighton Tyler Woodward. Amber Lee Woody. Ariana Grace Woolley. Thomas Kingston Wynn. Olivia Yarovsky. Adanias Mangesha Yaman. William James Young. Gabriel Francis Zajic. Vicky Chang. Hongliang Chao.
Let's give our seniors another round of applause. Will the class of 2026 please rise? Dr. Murray, on behalf of the faculty and staff of Cosby High School, I certify that these candidates have met the requirements established by the Commonwealth of Virginia and Chesterfield County, and they are eligible to receive their diplomas. Please move your tassel from right to left. I now proclaim that you are graduates of Cosby High School. I now proclaim that you are graduates of Cosby High School. There we go. To the class of 2026, it is our hope that as you travel, you will wear the Titan name honorably, for today we celebrate your accomplishments and your dreams. As you move forward, as you move on to accept the challenges in life, this faculty wishes you much success and a safe journey. At this time, would our guests please rise for the recession?